Hey friends, welcome to Me TV. Mastering energy is what we do here at Me TV. I'm Suzanne Menji, I'm your host, and I'm thrilled you're here with us today. There's nothing that's been more important in my own experience and those I've worked with than mastering energy. Because energy stuck in the body comes out sideways. For me, it's come out sideways in the way I eat, the way my finances are, the way my relationships are. So today I'm going to teach you how to come back into the body in a new way, to communicate with the body, to create space in the body so that the energies can flow, and alongside of that, how to make easier decisions in your life. Can you imagine if all those questions that came up, you knew if you were truly a yes for you, or truly a no for you, or you just didn't know right now? This decision-making system, this way of communicating with my body and my body learning to communicate with me so I could hear it, has truly been one of the systems that has come into play that has revolutionized my life. I learned this from my mentor, Judy, but I've found my way with exactly how to do it. She teaches how to sway test. And sway testing is what I'm going to share with you as far as decision making, but the way I've iterated it, the way I've made it, I made it my own. So I'll share with you this opportunity today to come into your body at another level and communicate with this body, because this is your most important piece of technology. This here that you have, this vehicle you're driving around in, playing this wild game of outrageous living in, this vehicle is your most valuable asset. And when you come into communication with your most valuable asset, the dividends that it pays in my experience and those in my community and those in my network are massive. They come in dividends of better relationships, of improved financial health, of improved physical, mental, emotional health, and all kinds of other ways. Just feeling better, feeling more relaxed on a daily basis, like life is flowing. There's all kinds of books around the flow state and how to get there. But in my experience, any of those practices I was attaching to in the past. I thought I needed meditation to be okay to then deal with life. I'm going to teach you a living practice called the freedom process, and then we're going to bring it into a life called decision making. And if you're anything like my life, there's a bazillion decisions you make on a daily basis. Okay, bazillion might be a bit much, but there's a lot of decisions, from what you put in your body to eat, to drink, from how you drive down the street, what route you take, if you take the same one over and over again and you never see with fresh eyes, to how you're going to invest your finances, to how you're going to pay your bills, to how you want to be spending your time. So let's start with coming into the freedom process. The freedom process is freely given. This TV show is freely given, okay? If you take this freedom process, you breathe into the sides of your body and bring it into the body, it will change your world. But nobody can do it for you. I can fast track you. If you come into a coaching relationship with me, that's what I do with my clients. I support them through the freedom process into outrageous living, in their health, in their wealth, and in their relationships. But right here, I'm giving it to you because it was freely given to me. And it changes everything when we truly clear and allow the energies that have been stuck in our body and helping our life to come out sideways to move again. So we have space for creativity, space for abundance, space to have really healthy and fun relationships, space to be in real, true, aligned relationship with us. So, my friend, the freedom process, 4 bits. It's really simple. It's not always easy. Find it, feel it, free it, and allow yourself to take your hands off. What does any of that mean? I'm going to show you right now. I invite you to stand up with me if you're able. Otherwise, stay right where you are, seated. Okay? And I invite you to just breathe into your feet for a moment. Feel your feet. If they're on the ground, touching the ground, great. If they're not, that's fine too. But just recognize your feet. Recognize that they're supporting you, and they always have. Whether they work perfectly at this stage of your life or not, whether you can walk or not, there's feet under you, even if you don't physically have them. There's an energy of support below you. There's also an energy of support above you, all around. With the freedom process, we come into a multi-dimensional breath. We come into breathing into the sides and feel the feet rooted. We find any sensations in the body. We feel them. There might be a contraction or expansion. We allow them to free. And we allow them, we take our hands off, surrender to those energies moving rather than making up stories about them. Once we start to get that level of communication with our body, then we can come into really clear decision making. I did a whole different episode on the freedom process. Becoming free through your breath. Right now, we're going to go into healthy decision making, where you have a place to put choices, and then you have a system that works for you and is in alignment with your life of design, not your life of default, but creating your life of design. So go ahead and breathe into the feet, and I'll share the way that I make decisions at this stage, and the way that I've trained myself to be able to make very quick and easy decisions at this stage. There's times in my life when I've gotten overloaded, and I've said it more than a few times. I'm at decision fatigue. I can't make another decision. Whether that was in my years as a single mom when I had 2 kids and it was all me for that week, whether it was decisions about my own life, whether it was I was cruxing financially as a single mom or as a solo person, and I didn't know where the next funds were going to come from. Or I had so many funds in my life, I didn't know how to make a decision on how to take care of myself. Did I need a vacation? Or did I need to disappear for a while? Or what was it? Did I need a retreat? So decision making done this way has supported me a lot. It's called decision making through the body rather than through the head. In the head, we're dead. We can spin and spin and spin in an attempt to make decisions and overthink and pros and cons and all the things. In the feet, life's sweet. Don't take my word for that. You got to prove that to yourself. But when we're actually rested in our feet, supported by the feet, soft knees here in the body, and we write down choices, okay? I have questions come to my mind every day that could totally distract me. Is it true for me to invest in? 5 different things came up earlier today. A lock for one of my doors, specifically, some purple curtains. There were several other decisions. And yet, for me, for my system, I make all my financial decisions on Fridays. I put them all in one batch, and they all happen at the same time. So those questions all get written down on little sheets of paper. They get put into here, what now body, because the body will tell me how to make these decisions. And then I pull them out on Friday and make all the financial decisions. All the rest of my decisions, from should I go to this party, does it make sense, is it a benefit to this body at this time for me to go to this Halloween party? We just had Halloween, that's why I'm using that example. Is it a benefit to this body at this time for me to travel in December? That way I get some space. I don't go into figuring it out mode. I literally just say, is it a benefit to this body at this time on a little sheet of paper to have coffee with Janet? And then I put it in my jar. When I have space later, I go to my jar. I grab the whole entire jar and I pour it on the table. Then I grab one of these, and I've already trained my body to be grounded by using the breath. And before I grab one, I'm going to take one step back because I need to show you guys how to do this. I'm going to teach the body how to communicate with me. And what that means is I'm going to show the body what a yes is. A yes is a lean forward. Yes. Yes. So we've got the balanced, grounded feet, and then I'm showing the body this is yes. 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 And then a no is leaning back. So no, we're falling back on the heels. No. And no. So I'm showing the body how to communicate with me, because then when I grab my sheets of paper that have questions, I'm not looking at the question. I'm saying, is this a yes or a no at this time? And my body says yes. So I leaned forward. Not with my mind. I leaned forward because the energy of yes pulled me forward. And then I put it in my yes jar. I typically use envelopes for these, but for the show today, I set it up in jars. You can do you. You can either do envelopes or jars, whatever works. Whatever way is going to give you a system to simplify your life, to be able to amplify every area of your life. It's a way to master energy by shoring up the energy leaks and getting things moving forward with greater ease. So then I take the next one and I say yes or no. And my body says no to that one. So it goes in the jar. I don't read it. I don't care what's on it right now. And then I keep going through each of them. My body tells me that one's a yes. That was 2. So we're going to test it again and make sure it was okay. That one's a yes. This one's a no. This one's a very clear no. This one's a yes. And this one's a yes. I know I'm going through it rather quickly right now. What we are doing in a really simple way is we're training the body how to say yes or no. I want to make it even a little simpler for you in this moment. When we slow down and we breathe into the sides, we come back into the body. Just that focus on breathing into the sides and breathing into the feet allows us to come back into the body and out of the head. That gives us more space to hear what's going on. So if you can slow down enough to ask the question you have, does it make sense for me to go to this event tonight? You'll get to a place where you don't even have to write things down. But what this system does is it slows down decision making, so it's not split-second decision making where you feel pressure. You create a little space to release some pressure so that you can make a clear decision. Like I said, coming into this system has allowed me to hear more clearly in every area of my life. When there's too many decisions, when I'm at a place where there's too many decisions happening that need a piece of me, or I'm tired and there's been a lot going, so I just don't have capacity to consider it right now or willingness to slow down, I put everything in the jar. Earlier today when I tested everything in my jar, I probably had 40 questions in there from the last 4 or 5 days. And now it's cleaned out and cleaned up. I had already made many of those decisions. But that process, these tiny steps, slow it down to create enough space so that I can move quickly. So my friends, this is another one of the really simple systems that I didn't create. I was given a version of this. I made it into my own. For me, I've got to make everything into an art. I've got to make everything into a game, because otherwise I can take myself and life really seriously. And outrageous living is about having more fun. Making life into a game where it's fun to play the game called living. It's fun to play the game called decision making. It's fun to play the game called money, relationships, health. If this system works for you, bring it in. If you're even a little bit curious, try it out for fun. Explore for yourself what works for you. Because if you get bogged down in decision making, that's like giving someone your bank account number and wondering why the account's empty. Because you're leaking and leaking and leaking energy. This is a way to shore it up if it works for you. This is a way to get in clear communication so you're not going to other people any longer. You're coming back to yourself to say, what's aligned and clean and clear for me to do now? Master energy. It's where you come into a life where anything's possible and outrageous radical abundance becomes the norm. So my friends, if this interests you at all, I invite you to come into my community. It's outrageous living, okay? It's free to everyone. You can join my email community and get me first emails and Wildcard Wednesday emails where you get ongoing coaching straight from my box to yours. Practical, simple tools to take the power back in your life. The other thing that's on my website, if you're interested in coming a little closer and getting some support, is you can sign up for a discovery session. That's free to you as well. It's amazing what can happen in a 30-minute call with a new view. So, if you're interested, my website is at the end, on the end slate when we wrap up this show in just a few minutes. It's SuzanneMenji.com. That's my name. And just go check it out. Find what you need that'll serve you. And reach out for support. You've got this. You have everything you need inside of you. I support you in mastering the energies that have been stuck so that you can come into financial decision making being cleaner. The way you invest your energy being even cleaner and more fun and more ease throughout your life. Thank you so much for showing up today for Me TV. I'm Suzanne Menji. Have an amazing, amazing week. Aloha. Bye for now.